Hello viewers, this is Ranjana ma'am and you are watching Yes, mine as well as your channel. And maybe some 15 days ago, it's been quite late, some 15 days ago or maybe still more, I had uploaded one video regarding the phrasal verbs. Yes, phrasal verbs are very important. They are the most helpful in solving your prepositions, because most of the prepositions, the fill in the blanks which you get, they are related to the phrasal verbs. If you have a good knowledge of the phrasal verbs, trust me, you will be able to solve your prepositions in a much better manner. So I had stopped at bring out, bring up and all these, and I had told I will continue with it. So here I am. And a little reminder, if you have not subscribed to my channel up till now, please do, because I always find my non-subscribers much more. And don't forget to press the like button. Like some of my students, they say that ma'am, before watching the video only we press the like button, because we know we are going to like it, so that we don't forget in the end, we do it beforehand. So yes, I'm really thankful, I'm honored. And now let's continue without wasting any more time. So now what phrasal verb are we going to do today? So call. So done with be. Now we have come to call. So call for. What does call for mean? It is demanding something. I'll give you an example. The teacher called for an explanation from the student for his unruly conduct. That means the student behaved badly, so the teacher demanded an explanation, called for an explanation. That means, why have you behaved in this manner? So called for means demand. Then we have called in, call in. And remember one thing, call in, but you will no, I don't think you need it, because you will be given the verb and you will have to fill in. Anyway, so call in or called in the past tense. So called in means to send for someone. Like he called in the doctor. So when he saw his mother in a very no, I would go for something else. When he saw that his mother was suffering very badly from high fever, he called in a doctor. That means he summoned or he sent for a doctor. Call up. So what is call up? Calling someone. So I called up my friend and asked for his advice on a particular matter. So that is, yes, calling someone. And then call at. Call at means paying a visit. So he called at my house last night to enquire if I was fine or not. So yeah, that is a visit. He paid a visit to my house to enquire about my well-being. And call on also means pay a visit. So call on and call at. Anyone will be sufficient. Call on, pay a visit. Like, I shall call on you next Monday. So both of them. So you have the option. You can write call on, you can write call at. Both of them. Again, call on has another meaning. Borrow something. So may I call on you for rupees 500? That means may I borrow? This is not used much, but yet, yes, the meaning is there. Call on can be paying a visit. Call on can be borrowing something. Call up. This is a common one. Call up means recollect something. So I cannot call up past events. Maybe short-term memory lapse, or maybe, yes, it has become so remote in the past that you cannot call up. So that means to recollect something. Acha, so these for now for your call. So call, which are the ones we did? A little bit of revision. Call for means demand. Then call in means send for. Called in the doctor. And then call on and call at. Both are paying a visit. And call up, I said, is recollecting. I cannot call up the past events. And call on can also be borrowing. And call upon, one more. Yes, call upon is announcing or asking. Like the president called upon me, or the principal called upon me to make a speech on Children's Day. So the principal called upon me to make a speech on Children's Day. So he announced, or he asked me to come on stage and give a speech. So that is called upon. So now for your call, I don't think you will have any more problems if you get the verb call and you are supposed to fill in with a preposition. You read the sentence and you'll get the meaning, and accordingly you will fill in the prepositions. Since now you know the phrasal verbs, the meaning of the phrasal verbs, like when you add the preposition, what meaning it gets, and the meaning is which is required in the sentence. Yes. So when you know the phrasal verbs, it's easy for you to fill it. Now let's go for another one, carry. In carry, if you have noticed, we don't get much. One is carry off. Carry off can mean die or taken away. Like many persons are carried off every year by diarrhea. This is one sentence. You can say many persons have been carried off by corona. Now that is the rage. So corona has carried off many lives all over the world. That means many people have died on account of corona. Then carry off can also mean win, another one. Carried off and carry away also you can say. So carry off, he is sure to carry off most of the prizes. He is sure to win most of the prizes. Carry off most of the prizes means going away with all the trophies, most of the trophies. And carry on. This is very common. Carry on boys, carry on doctor was a very famous movie in our times. So carry on means manage. Very common one. Carry out. Carry out means to execute something. So the servant carried out the orders given by his master. So carried out. And then another verb which is very important is come. So there are many, but some of them which are common, some prepositions which you might get along with come, they are come by. Come by means get. How did you come by that book? That means how did you get that book? Or how did you come by that injury on your forehead? That means how did you get that injury on your forehead? And then come off can be take place, and come off can also mean getting detached from something. Like the button from the button of my shirt has come off, getting detached. And it can also mean take place. The annual day celebration comes off next week, means it is going to take place next week. And then come off. Come off means to come from some family. He comes off a good family, or to become a part of. Like she came of age and was given rights to use her property as she wished. So coming of age means becoming an adult. And come down. lowered. Prices have come down. That is very rare, of course. So yes, one thing, the price of gold has come down in the past few days. Yes, it has really. There was an upward trend for the past few months, and in the last few weeks, the price of gold has come down. Come out means appear or to be known. The truth has come out. The truth has become known. And the moon comes out. The moon has appeared. So it can be known. It can also be appeared. Come on means start. The rains have just come on. Come round. Come round, what is it? Come round means agree to something. Like, though he disagreed in the beginning, but finally he came round to our view. So initially he disagreed of what we said, but after much reasoning or persuasion, he agreed to our views. And come to, that means amount to. So how much does it come to? So how much does it amount to? What is the price of it? So these are with come. So come by is get, come down means lowered. Price, I said the price of gold has come down in the recent times, or in the last few days or the last few weeks. And come off, she comes of a reputed family. That means she descends from that. Or coming of age, becoming an adult. And come OFF off, it can mean take place. Like the annual day celebration comes off next week. And it can also mean getting detached. The button of my shirt has come off, of my tunic has come off. Come on means start. Come out can be known or appear. Appear is regarding the sky, regarding the moon. The moon comes out, or moon has come out through the clouds, to make it more appropriate. Or the truth has come out. That means the truth has become known. Come round means agree. Come to means amount to. Then another very important one with C. What? Cut. Cut down. Cut down, you all must have heard it. It means reduce. So like sugar intake, I have cut down my sugar intake. That means I take less sugar than I used to take. Or I have cut down on my diet. That means I don't eat as much as I used to. Yes, prices have risen. So we have to cut down on our expenses. So since prices are soaring sky high, yes, there is no other option but to cut down on our expenses. We will only buy those things which are necessary. Cutting, that means interrupting, coming in the middle. So while the teacher was teaching, she kept cutting in, she kept interrupting, much to the annoyance of the teacher. Cut off also means die. Carry off, we had said, is die. Cut off also means die. Like he was cut off at a very young age. Or yes, he was cut off at a very young age. Shelley was cut off at the age of 31. Shelley was a very famous romantic poet. A romantic poet. He belonged to the romantic age of poetry. Cut out, that means separate, or to stop someone from something. Like the lioness cut out the antelope from the herd. That means he was separated from the herd so that the lioness could pounce on it. So long as it is in the herd, unity is strength. But when you segregate, or you somehow get to separate one animal, it is quite vulnerable. You can get hold of it. cut up. Cut up means affect. The father was greatly cut up by the death, on hearing of the death of his daughter, on hearing the news of the death of his daughter. So cut down, reduce, cut in means interrupt, cut off means die, cut out means to separate. You can also say she was cut out for the post of a administrator. That means very well suited. Yes, you can use that also. She was cut out. Acha, now with C we did call, carry, come and cut. So, and one more now, not with C, with D. With D we don't have much. So one is draw. So draw a blank. That means could not find. So they looked for him all over, but the search drew a blank. Draw back. Draw back means retreated. The army drew back. Or seeing the tiger, the deer drew back. Draw near means coming, approaching. So holidays are drawing near, pujas are drawing near. For us though, Durga Puja is a very important festival. Same for Diwali. So though they are far away, suppose I am speaking in September, so I'll say the pujas or Diwali is drawing near, coming, approaching. Another word which has the same meaning, but the preposition is different, that is draw on. Draw near was approaching, draw on is also that. As the night drew on, they started walking fast. Why? Because night is approaching. So they started walking fast, or they hastened their steps. And draw up means to prepare something. So remember, Shylock had told Bassanio and Antonio to go to a notary and get the agreement drawn up. So he is drawing up the agreement, that means preparing. So I think these are enough for this class. And again in the next class we'll proceed, and that we'll proceed with F. But don't think there are a lot of them. In F also there is not much. G has some more. So don't think by the time you come to Z, there is nothing to do with Z. So maybe 2 or 3 classes of phrasal verbs. And by the time I finish with phrasal verbs, you will be like a very strong warrior ready to face any prepositions. So now let me bid you goodbye. And yes, don't forget to subscribe and like my channel. Have a nice time.